Hi guys, BenaBadBeat here for CardRunners.com. Today is my first part of my 6th video. So we've got another 4 kind of mini-series after this mini-series left. So today I'm going to be doing a hand history review for about half an hour, and then in 2 weeks' time we're going to have a half an hour live sweat. So I think there's going to be a bit of a mixture today, some bluffs, some just triples, some cooldowns, just a mixture of everything really. I don't know if you can hear, but there are some roadworks going on outside, so I'm sorry if there's a bit of interruption, but I don't really have much choice but to record under these circumstances today. There was just one thing I wanted to mention before I started the video today, and that was that someone made a comment in my last video saying that they would quite like to see some anonymous tables. Obviously on Stars, given that's my site that I play on, there aren't things like anonymous tables, so I pretty much know all my opponents like relatively well. I did suggest in the comments that perhaps I could do a hand history review for somebody else. So if someone wanted to maybe get in touch and send some hand histories to me, we can do like a Skype session for like an hour or so. I can make some notes of your thought processes, and then I can kind of contribute my own thought processes to those hands as well. It's just an idea, so I mean, most of you guys are going to listen to this video. If that does sound like something you want to do, then just send me a PM on CardRunners and we'll try to hook you up with that. So I think we'll just dive straight in with the first hand history. So this hand we're at a 3-6 4-ring table, and I've got pocket 9s in the small blind. Get open to 3x by Herloon. He's a pretty tight, straightforward reg as a whole. And that's pretty much the only reads I have on him. He's opening with a 49-23 fish on the button, so that does somewhat widen his opening range, and I certainly expect the fish to be calling a decent amount, which he does. I think 9s is a pretty clear 3-bet for value against this whale. I actually remember this guy at the time was a lot worse than 49-23. He was, I think, like had an 80 VPIP. And he was going pretty crazy. He had like BenaBadBeat for 3 stacks to get up to like 1.8k. So I seem to remember this being a very, very standard 3-bet for me. Sizing, it's on the large side, mainly because of how bad the fish was, and I don't really want to price Herloon in. I'd rather Herloon fold and go heads up with the big fish. Herloon does call, and I would say when he calls, his range looks like all ace kings. I don't think he 4-bets those pre because how bad the fish was, and particularly when he's deep with the fish, if he flops an ace or a king, he can quite comfortably win a huge pot. Definitely he's got middle pocket pairs. He can have kings, he can have aces, he can have queens. I think he can even have like king queen suited, probably some jack queen suited. He can have a lot of hands with a lot of certainty. He can have a wide range of hands. When the fish comes along, he can pretty much have any 2 suited cards really. He can have like 4-5 suited, 5-6 suited, 7-5 suited. He can have ace 10 off, he can have jack queen off, jack 10 off, 8-9 off. He can have all of the hands pretty much that are playable, that aren't complete trash. So we go through here to the flop, and it's 4-4-3 with a flush draw. And I decide to go ahead and bet 84. I haven't gone half pot, but again, because kind of leading on from other squeeze pots, you don't need to go too big because stack to pot ratio is fine to go small, and then I can do whatever I want on the turn. I can either shove turn or I can bet small on the turn, depending on what the action goes on the flop. Herloon makes the call, and at this stage I can pretty much define his range perfectly. I would say that pocket 4s and 3s are very, very unlikely to play pre, so I'm going to discount those pretty much always. Not to mention if he does have pocket 4s as one combo, and like it's just very, very unlikely. The pocket pairs that he does have are, I think he's got pocket 8s, because I'm going to be c-betting ace king here against the fish, and probably ace queen, maybe with even a spade. He's going to have, well, the other 2 9s, even though it's extremely unlikely. He's going to have 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces, flush draws, king queen of spades, ace king of spades, ace queen of spades, king jack of spades. So it's going to be pretty, I'd say as a whole, we are doing not that well against his range. I think it's important to mention now that if I bet the flop and Herloon calls and the fish folds, I'm definitely going to be check folding the turn always.